Good morning, people. Welcome to another episode of Iron Fist Mining. Today I got some news for you, and I got to answer some questions before we get started. First off, I just got done being sick from some food poisoning, and by sick I mean I almost died from it. Some bad food. I'm not sure what it was. Joe got it too, so it was pretty gnarly. Second, Del Boy was asking, Dan, when are you going to do another project? When I have money. See, I'm actually broke. I'm actually poor. I'm so poor some of you, if you were in my neighborhood, would lock your doors as I walk by. I don't live in the nice side of town. I'm a very, very poor individual. And I'm one of those people who are affected by not being able to find a job readily due to the current American administration. I did go to an interview. The guy's supposed to call tomorrow, and then I know if I got the job or not for the interview I went to. Next question. Now this one goes kind of far back, so bear with me. There was one guy that was talking about working some material in the American River down by like Watt, Hazel, Sunrise, all that stuff. And I was kind of talking out of my ass at you like, well, move to another spot, because I recently went prospecting in that area just because it was in the area where I had to go do my interview. And what I found is you got to dig down deep to get gold out of there. Plus it's a huge system, so I'm kind of sticking to the creeks. Like when I started this, there wasn't a lot of videos you could watch online that would teach you stuff. And I probably went through some of the ones you're going through, like Hurt Hawk and stuff. But mainly, typically, the guys that are getting all the gold are getting it out of creeks and not out of these big river systems. Just something I noticed. What was the other one? There was one more. Can't remember. Don't know. Today I came down a little light because I'm still kind of recovering from that. I've only been able to eat solid foods probably in the last 2 days. So I just brought one sluice down. I made another head for it. The other one was getting kind of bad, so I bent me up another one. This is the old one, new one, old one, new one. You get it. You're not that slow. And I made it a little bit longer, which is probably going to be a problem because sometimes stuff gets stuck in there when it's too long. So we'll see. It'll probably end up irritating me, and I'll have to saw it off with my knife or something. But I whittled this down too much, so I have to do something. I'll probably show you some tricks, how you can slow these down if you're running a single sluice, so you don't blow all your gold out. Other than that, I'm going to get started down at this spot. People don't start showing up till like 10, 11, 12-ish, sometimes 1, so if you get down here early, you can get a good spot. So here's your tip for slowing down a single sluice. You build a little dam up front to slow down the inflow. And what you're going to want to do is also maybe just kick it up a little angle. Just a little bit. And then if that isn't enough to slow it down, what I do is I come down here and build a secondary dam. And I built it all the way across and watch the water rise up on the side of the sluice. And you got to come down and clean it out a little, but it prevents it all from just... Follow what I'm saying? That way it creates the pressure of the second sluice. And if you're that freaked out about it blowing stuff out, all your stuff ends up right here in a pit. You dig a little pit, you know what I'm saying? And build your dam. So I'm going to let that run out, and then I'll pan it up and see what I get for a first pan. And there's the pan number 1. Got a nice big piece right there, and a bunch of fine gold right there. Like I said, down here the light sucks, so it's kind of hard to see it. I'll fan it out a little bit. Yeah, there's soapy, soapy. Soapy, soapy, soapy. Not too shabby. There it is. Kind of. It's hard to see. It's even harder to pan down here. I remembered what I was gonna bring up. And that was one of you guys said that I'm kind of forthcoming on how to find the gold where these other guys aren't. That's pretty much because those guys are greedy dicks. as far as I'm concerned, the way I see it, some point in the future, these are going to be historical documents. Think of it like you'd be able to look up George Washington crossing the Potomac, or whoever, some famous person in your history, the Egyptians building the pyramids. Who wouldn't want to watch that? So at some point when we're cavemen to the future people, they'll be watching this, and guarantee it, because as long as they make money, they're not going to wipe these out. So the reason I do it is, one, for historical purposes, and two, to teach you guys. That's what it's about. Finding information and progressing as a people. You know? That, and I don't believe this planet belongs to the government. I believe it belongs to me, you, and every other normal, hard-working person that isn't entitled to a big percentage of the money stores on this planet. So, it doesn't belong to the government. Whose world is this anyway? Do you live in it, or are you told how to live in it? That's the way I look at it, so I just live. And maybe that'll spike some interest to some people. I don't know. I'm trying to help you out, bottom line. So, I'm going to keep digging. I didn't dig up very much. It was only like that much in tailing, so it's about half what I normally do, so it's not bad. Trying to find out where that nice pocket of gold's at in here. I remember back in the day it kind of ran at an angle on the sides, but with it being so full, it's hard to say. Hard to say. That is pan number 2. I did a little better that time. A little bit better. What I did was just scrape off the first 6 inches or something, and then dug in the bottom of the hole. That's what I got. I think I'm starting to get off of the main patch of it, though. It's a weird strip to try to work, man. So, I don't know. Still kind of dizzy from the food poisoning, so I'm trying to take it somewhat easy. I'll probably just do 4 of these and then bail out. It's supposed to be like 103 today. Good thing I got an early start, baby. Yeah. Where are you, Gold? Where are you hiding? I'm starting to have this theory. I can see some bands in there. About 6 inches down off of the surface, there's a nice black, dark layer. Just kind of oozes black sand, so I'm thinking right around that 6 inch will hold the good stuff. I'll try that next time. Did a little better that time at the 6 inch depth. Got a little bit more gold. A little more gold. Not too shabby. Kind of dig it. I dig it when I dig it. Let's do one more. And there is pan number 4. Not too shabby. It's not a whole bunch, but there's some good gold in there. Not bad for a guy who hasn't been able to move for a week. I'm getting really sore, as this is the most exercise I've had in 6 days, so I'm gonna suck that up and see what I got. And there is the total, up, gold. It's like a monkey head. You see it? You see it? It's a monkey head looking at a piece of gold. It's a Sasquatch, man. I definitely need to get out of this hot sun. Gold here seems to be pretty much everywhere. So, doesn't matter where I'm digging. I can dig sideways, highways, byways, tryways. Doesn't matter. I find it. Okay, so it's the end of the day. You've seen my stuff, my gold. You heard me rant about that I'm a poor guy, which is true. I am really that poor. I have a really good credit score. It's over 800, but I don't buy anything stupid, so that's why it's so high. And I don't get a girlfriend, because they'll lower your credit score, dude. Trust me, they like to shop. You gotta dig deep if you want good gold. Though you can get the surge stuff off the top like I've been doing here. Apparently they're still afraid to dig after dude got fined for dredging out here, so that's fine by me. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Don't always go looking for, gold-oriented stuff because the price is higher. One of you guys was talking about how you got some carpet and stuff at like Lowe's. That's a bitchin' idea. I always go to those places because the stuff I want isn't readily available in my town. Sure, you can order it online, but you don't get to see it. You don't get to understand it. You don't know if it's going to work with your situations. That's why I like to fabricate stuff, to build something out of nothing. That's a true accomplishment, man. Plus, you get to like dial it in the way you want it, which is the way it should be. Which brings me to my other point earlier in this episode where I was saying, whose planet is this? And you got to ask yourself too, who are you? Are you emulating everybody else? Are you cutting your hair the same way? Are you dressing the same way? Are you acting the same way? For what reason? There's one truth in this world that I can tell you about you, is that nobody else can be you like you can. So it's important that you be an individual, especially in this world filled with so many like people. It's kind of cool to see some standouts, people who try different things, who don't always march to that same beat, to that same drum. So bang your drum funky, who cares? Do it. That's what you need to do. You know what I mean? Be you first. Worry about them later. When you're dead, them ain't coming with you. When you're dead, nobody's going to care what you're wearing. You're just dead. So make sure you take advantage of the time you have. That's what I'm doing. I'm going to sit around and feel sick and stuff. No way. I am sore though. I'm not back up to specs. I'm only like 75%, man. Sure is pretty down here though. That's all I got to show you. That's all I can think of. Dig hard, dig deep, and be an individual, I guess, is the moral of today's episode. So thanks for tuning in and watching Ironfish Mining. Peace out, babies. And enjoy this commercial.